Hey ladies, it's Melissa, back with another update. I'm sorry it's been a while. Um, Today I am 7 weeks and 5 days pregnant. Um, I have a bit of a cold, I'm congested, I'm really tired. Um, I don't know if it's just the weather or something that I'm tired today or it's because I'm pregnant. But um, so I've had a couple of ultrasounds. I'll show you those real quick. So I had one last Wednesday when I was 6 weeks and 6 days pregnant. I think something like that. And this was at um, my regular OB's office. I found a new OB and midwife. It's the same one that my sister-in-law used, and I really like them. So this is what they did. It was just an external ultrasound, and that's our little bean baby right there. Um, so that's that. Um, I was sneaky because I got that before the IVF ultrasound. Um, then yesterday we went to the IVF clinic for the ultrasound, what they think is the first ultrasound, but it's supposed to be the first ultrasound, confirm that there's a heartbeat and all that good stuff. And then to meet with the doctor to get discharged. Because once they confirm a heartbeat, they discharge you to, they just release you. You can go see your regular OB. So we went in and they did the ultrasound. I just want to make sure I'm blocking my name. I know you probably all, a lot of you know my name, but so that was the ultrasound. That's the yolk sac up there and the baby here. I think it looks like a duck, so we're calling it Lovey Ducky, and it's due on Thanksgiving, so John was calling it Turducken. But anyway, that's our little baby. I'm not sure why it looks like a duck. I think it's still connected to the yolk sac somehow because that's how it gets its nutrients. And maybe, and I know like depending on how you turn the ultrasound, which way you maneuver it, everything looks different. So it could just be a weird contrast thing. But they said everything looks great. And the heartbeat was 167. So I was teasing my husband. I was telling him it's a total girl heartbeat. But I know that's just an old wives' tale. It doesn't necessarily mean that it's a girl. So, after that, we talked with the doctor, and sometimes my IVF clinic is kind of disappointing because I paid a $25 copay, not for the ultrasound, for the doctor visit. We went in and sat with him for maybe 2 minutes, literally. We sat down, he was like, oh, good heartbeat, who's your doctor, who's your primary, baby's measuring exactly where it should, congratulations, I hope you have a great pregnancy. And that's basically it. They release you, and then from then on, your OB is the one that takes care of you. So they didn't mention anything about the progesterone to me. Now, last time I went to them, they had told me I got the ultrasound at like 6 weeks and 5 days, I think it was. And right afterwards, I met with it was a nurse practitioner, I think, and she said, "Well, once we see a good heartbeat, you can stop the progesterone." So they were going to have me stop at like 6 weeks and 5 days last time, and I was like, wow, that seems really early. And she's like, well, you can, take the rest of what you have if you want, or you can take it for a couple more days, and, but then you don't have to take it anymore after that. So I ended up on my own getting the refill and continuing it. I think I started to wean off around like 9 weeks. So then I took 2 a day instead of 3, and then for another week I did like 1, and it was like 10.5 weeks that I completely stopped last time, and everything was fine. Now this time I assumed they were going to do the same thing, but anyway, I called and I said, hey, I met with the doctor yesterday, but they didn't tell me when to stop the progesterone. So she called me back around 4:30, and she said, you're past 7 weeks and we've seen a good heartbeat, and once those two things are met, we do recommend that you discontinue the progesterone, or we tell you to discontinue the progesterone. So I was like, okay, thank you. I'm not stopping it yet because on next Tuesday I have an appointment with the high risk OB. I want to run it by her, and then next Wednesday I have an appointment with my nurse midwife at my new OB's office. I want to run it by all three of them and get, a complete confirmation before I just stop taking it, because it seems like everything I read online says that the placenta doesn't, like, it starts taking over progesterone production on 8 weeks, and it's not completely taken over until 12 weeks. But I have read a lot of women's posts on message boards who say that, like, their clinics check their progesterone levels before they take them off, and maybe they just lower the dose but keep them on it, or maybe they actually give them a higher dose depending on where their progesterone level is. And it's just kind of disturbing to me that nobody's even going to do a blood test to check and see where my progesterone is. I'm just supposed to stop and I hope for the best. I don't know. So I'm sure that I think that the high risk OB, she might do a blood test, but I feel like she's going to go with what the IVF clinic said. She is a high risk OB though, so I'm sure she's familiar with this scenario. And when I met with her the first time, I did ask her about getting the progesterone shots once a week later in pregnancy. And she said that there's no medical evidence to show that that does anything, and that she thinks it's one of those things that doctors just do to feel like they're doing something. But there's no evidence to support doing that. So I don't know. But definitely in the first trimester, I know that it is important to supplement when you've done IVF, because you don't have a corpus luteum on your ovary releasing the progesterone. So I'm trying to do some research and find out, when does the corpus luteum completely stop? Because I did read something today about something called the luteal phase shift. I only read it on one page, though I need to do some more research on it, which is when the corpus luteum stops and the placenta starts producing the progesterone, and by 8 weeks it's supposed to be completely transitioned over, and then the levels just go up from there with the placenta. So yeah, I'm gonna wait until, like I said, till I talk to both my doctors, and if I don't get anywhere with the high risk OB, I think I'm going to ask my regular OB's office to, even if it's just for my peace of mind, I'll pay for the damn blood test if it's not covered. I really don't care. I want somebody to check my progesterone level and tell me, yes, it's much higher than it needs to be. It's okay if you stop the progesterone. And then after I stop the progesterone, I want another blood test, like a couple days later, just to make sure that, it doesn't plummet or something. I don't know. I know, like, after 12 weeks, it's pointless. You really don't need to be on the progesterone. And if you, I don't know. So yeah, so I'm really frustrated. That was kind of stressing me out today, but I'm not going to stress out about it. I only have enough refills to get me through 10 weeks right now, and that's staying on the three suppositories a day. So if I do, like, start to wean off and do maybe 2 a day, I can stretch it longer. I can, take it to like 11 weeks or something, or 11 and a half, I don't know. So there's that. Now, on a happy note, my husband was going to start a new job on Monday. He had gone on an interview and gotten a job offer where he would be making close to $10 more an hour. $10 more an hour. It was going to be like close to a $20,000 raise for the year, which was huge. So we were like, yeah, definitely take it. But then when he gave his 2-week notice at his current company, the owner wanted to talk to him. Now he works at, like, this really awesome company in a big city around here. It's a big engineering firm, and they have job sites like nationwide. I think even some out of the country they've done. And the owner of the company said that he wanted to talk to him and make him an offer. Well, he talked to him yesterday, and he offered him $22,500 more a year, with the possibility of more, because 10,000 of those dollars will come in the form of a year-end bonus, which he said is going to be a minimum $10,000 bonus every year, and this is like an annualized thing, in addition to the $12,500 raise over the course of the year that he got. So this is like a huge deal. This is another $22,500 a year, and it's such a awesome raise to get from a company, and I'm so proud of him. I mean, everybody, all the engineers and project managers and stuff put in good words for him, and the owner said, everybody says you have a lot of potential, you're extremely bright, nobody wants you to leave. So I'm just really proud of him, and I'm really happy that this is going to seriously help us financially. It's going to be awesome. So that's that. Yeah, so I'm just hoping that the doctors can ease my mind about the progesterone, and maybe I can get some blood work to just prove to me that everything's okay. And then just on a last note, I have an appointment tomorrow morning with my endocrinologist. Um, I'm, I don't think it's going to be very important, just a quick little meeting. I'll need her to give me a refill on my metformin, which I'll need to take at least like until 12 weeks. And then after that, I'm sure they're going to have me checking my sugars again, and I need her to actually give me a refill on the lancets and the strips to do that. Um, so I'm looking forward to that, because I actually really like my endocrinologist. She's a really nice person. And then the other thing that I'm just a little concerned about before I go is my blood pressure, because my blood pressure is so responsive to my stress level, you just wouldn't believe it. When I'm totally relaxed, I have the best blood pressure ever. When I freak out and get stressed out about things, it goes high, like really high. Like last time when I went to the OB and get that first ultrasound done, she had the girl check my blood pressure before, and I was so nervous. My heart was racing. I don't know what I was even nervous about, but so she was like, yeah, that's high. Why don't we wait and check it? She didn't even tell me what the number was. And then I went in and had the ultrasound, and then after the ultrasound, um, she's like, I told her not even to write it down. I know you were nervous. And then right before I left, she said, well, I'm going to have her check your blood pressure again. So she checked it again, and she said, yeah, this is much better. It was 144 over 82. I know 144 is still a little bit high, but like I said, I was nervous. And she said the first time, and I think this is crazy because oh my God, I just turned green. Oh well, I'm green. I've never ever seen my blood pressure that high, but she said the top number is 170. I'm not buying it. Even like when I've been crazy stressed out, like before my egg retrieval, I thought I was going to die from the anesthesia. I was flipping out. It was still only like 155 over 92 or something like that. But anyway, so now that I'm like all happy and relaxed, my husband and I went for a walk yesterday. On the way to work this morning, I decided to check my blood pressure, and it was 121 over 78. So I just hate that it fluctuates like that. But anyway, we'll see what happens. I have been getting a few heart palpitations here and there, but nothing more than, what I was getting when I wasn't pregnant anyway. So I don't know if they're going to make me go see a cardiologist again, but whatever. So I'm sorry this was kind of a like blah update, but I know you guys were probably all waiting to see my little ducky picture. Ducky. And wow, I turned really green now. Weird. But anyway, so happy thoughts to all of you guys, and I hope you're all feeling well, and I hope everybody's getting what they want and all that good stuff. And I'll talk to you soon. Okay, bye.